Welcome to Weeping Willow Homestead. Today I have a food pantry haul for you. This is our small town church run food pantry. They are open, it's like twice a month. It's every other week, but sometimes it's 3 weeks in between. But they allow you to come in and shop, which means you get a grocery cart and then you get to walk through and pick what you want from the options available. So like it'll be the wall of chips. You get to choose which chips you want. The meats, you get to pick out which meats you want if they have a selection, those kind of things. So I'm going to preface this by saying, yes, this is a lot of junk food. This is the food pantry. It's not your grocery store. I don't get to pick only healthy options. I try to pick the healthier options, but sometimes the healthy options aren't there. What the food pantry does for us is it allows me to, what grocery budget we have, to use it to buy healthy food. So if you go and watch any of my grocery hauls, you will see that we buy predominantly fruits, veggies, and meats. I get that comment a lot. Wow, that's a lot of junk food. Yeah, I know. And unfortunately, that's what the food pantry has. They try their darndest to buy what they can with the limited budget that they have, but the rest of it is all things that are donated from the grocery stores. And usually those are things that are overstocked, things that are about to expire, things that have expired slightly. And a lot of those things are the junk food, are the chips and the cookies and the, sodas and those kind of things. That's all there is to it. So I am glad that we are in a place where we do have some money for the grocery budget so that we can add to this. But there are people that unfortunately this is what they live off of. And it's a shame because I feel like healthy food should not be more expensive, and healthy food should not be only something that rich people can afford to buy, if that makes sense. So anyway, that's my spiel. If you are new here, we are a family of 7, me and my husband, and then we have 5 kids aged 14 down to 3. I am a stay-at-home mom. I have some health issues that getting a full-time job isn't going to happen, but then also I'm not unwell enough that I can get disability, if that makes sense. I'm in that lovely middle ground. My husband is a truck driver. He worked for a company for 14 years, and then due to COVID cutbacks, he got let go. His position was eliminated. And so he has had to start over with a whole new career as a truck driver, and he loves it and is doing great. But it meant that we went from a career of 14 years and making enough to survive on and make everything work, to him starting over with a whole new career and not making as much as he was before. Combine that with inflation and things breaking on our house and needing to replace a vehicle and my health issues, and all of that has led us to needing a little bit of a hand up. We don't have food stamps. We don't have government insurance. We have health insurance through my husband's company. We don't need housing aid. We don't need bill paying aid, anything like that. We just need that little bit of help. And that's where the food pantry comes in play for us. So, it works, and we will go as long as we need to. This food was going to end up in the dumpster. I hate when people come on and say you're taking food from other people. I'm not. If I did not go and take this food, it would have ended up in the dumpster. If you want some more videos on that, Mama Baird's is a great channel. She explains the food waste in our country is ridiculous. The amount of food that goes in the trash because it's expired or just past, its best by date or whatever. I think the last figure I heard is somewhere around 30% of the food that's produced in America goes in the trash because of it expiring, because it's got a blemish on it and so nobody wants to buy it, those kind of things. So that's a lot of where the food pantry food comes from, is food that was going to go into a dumpster and go into the trash. So if you need help, go get help. You're actually helping the environment. You're helping our country, all of that as well. So, all right, that is my nearly 5-minute spiel. Sorry about that. let's jump in and see what we were blessed with. Back here, she had 2 pizzas left, and she asked me if I wanted both because she knows that one pizza is not going to feed my family. My husband and I do have to eat low carb for health reasons, so you'll hear me talk about the things that I can't eat that, but my kids can, or my husband can, because I also have to eat gluten-free. It's complicated. But she also knows that one pizza is not going to feed my 5 kids. So she offered if I wanted to take both pizzas. And I was like, heck yeah, I will take both. So that's a Friday night pizza night that I don't have to make. I'm all for that. There are these sweet and smoky breakfast sausages. I'm super excited about having those because that will make for a quick and easy breakfast side for some of the kids. We got 2 crowns of broccoli. They had other produce. Produce is one thing that is often lacking at the food pantry, especially this one. But I didn't pick it up because I brought most of the produce that was there. So I took in small sweet peppers, like the snacking peppers, cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes, and some jalapeno peppers from my garden. The things that are my garden overproduces and I can't can it all. We can't use it all before it goes bad. I purposely plant extra to take to the food pantry. And then someone else, another farmer, had also brought in bell peppers and cherry tomatoes and then some regular tomatoes. So between me and that other gardener, we supplied them with plenty of stuff to pass out. So I was happy with that, but that's why you're not seeing much produce, and that's fine with me because I still have cherry tomatoes and peppers and all of that we can eat out of our garden to supplement ours. She gave me 2 pieces of meat this time, which I was stellar excited about, and it was funny. I saw this. I have it turned over. I don't give up my location for privacy reasons, and on the other side it tells where these are from. So these are cube steaks. And I said, I'm going to take this roast because I know it'll feed my entire family. The cube steaks probably would not. And I said, I know that my husband would love that. And she goes, well, then here, you take this too. And she goes, you're a big family. She goes, that way you have something to make for the whole family and something that your husband will enjoy. So that was very sweet of her to do that. I love this lady. She is. Please pray for her. She's going through some stuff in her life. She's an elderly woman who is taking care of her. Her husband is passing away slowly. And she's struggling with it. And I love her. The food pantry and running the food pantry is her outlet on being able to get away from her husband for a little bit. He has dementia. And it is her way of having some her time. And I love the fact that she does that because that's totally me. She'll work as her away time. But pray for her because she's trucking along, but I know she's struggling. So, yeah. Anyway. God love her. She gave me a bunch of these. This looked interesting. Harmless Harvest. And it is crafted from hand-scooped coconut meat. So it is a coconut yogurt. I'm actually interested in trying this because it's only 5 total or 5 net carbs. So I might actually use that. And I love coconut. So, and then this one was an interesting one. It is rose-flavored yogurt. So this is one of those where I'm probably going to open this up and let all the kids try a bite of it, and then the rest will probably go in the trash because I doubt anyone will like it. But she had a bunch of this, and she knows nobody is going to take it. But the little jar is actually like a terracotta jar, and I have gotten this brand before, and it makes the cutest little planter or like giving a little bouquet of something to someone. So I will use the jar. So even if the yogurt goes to waste, the jar still gets used. This beautiful big bag of triple berry blend is yay. I'm super excited to get this. And I'm actually going to pause this and put this in the freezer because it is thawing out fast. So, yeah. All right, now there's just a big wet spot. All right, on to snacky stuff. These Bark Thins, dark chocolate, pretzel, and sea salt. Those will go in my kids at lunch. I have a basket of chocolates. And the kids get to pick one chocolate to go with their lunch every day. So they'll get like a chunk of this. These looked interesting. Fulfill vitamin and protein bar, chocolate hazelnut flavor. To me, that sounds like they're going to taste like Nutella. 14 carbs for one bar. That's not too terribly bad, and they're a decent sized bar. So that will go in snacks for the kids. These will go for my husband. He likes these Quest bars. They are not as great on low carb as well, okay, hang on. So the way that the carb count works, if you are counting carbs, is you can go by total carbs. I generally try to go by total carbs because my body does better with that. I had gestational diabetes with my last 2.5 pregnancies. I was borderline with my second or my third to last pregnancy, my middle pregnancy. But the way that you do it, if you are counting net carbs, is you take the total carbs and you minus the dietary fiber, and then you also minus the sugar alcohols. Because your body, the dietary fiber, your body does not use that like it does a normal carb, and then the sugar alcohols do not get turned into a sugar in your body like the carbohydrates do. All carbohydrates get turned into sugar in your body. Okay? So even your broccoli gets turned into it, but your body just uses them slightly different. So these, I'm not even going to attempt to do the math because my brain is dead for the day. But my husband will eat these. He likes these Quest bars, and I think he liked the birthday cake flavor. If he doesn't, then I just donate them back. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, we got to pick out big bags of potato chips. So I picked out this variety pack. It has regular popcorn and the white cheddar. And then I picked out the sweet and salty. And then I said something about these. I actually quite like these. They are a grain-free tortilla chip. This brand is a good one if you need to do grain-free, paleo, vegan. And I said, oh, I really like those. And she goes, pick up a bag of those as well because nobody else is taking them. So I went ahead and picked up another bag of those. There is this, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. It is biscotti. I thought those, we are starting to have some cooler weather, so I thought those with some hot chocolate for the kids for dessert one evening would be lovely. Well, multiple evenings because there's several in there, but 25 of them. But they're individually wrapped, so they'll last a good while. There are 3 of these sweet and salty kettle popcorn. There are 3, I wrote it on there, so I would remember 3 of these popcorners. These are so good, especially the kettle corn. And then 3 of these cheddar fries. She gave me some dark chocolate covered raisins. Those will go in that chocolate basket for kids, and they just get like 1/4 of a cup or so of those. These looked fun. Tony's Chocolonely is a fun brand, and they are 5 different flavors of these eggs. And I'll, look. It's like a little bitty egg carton. It even opens up like an egg carton. Are those not just the funnest thing ever? So those are going to go in that chocolate basket. She gave me, I think it was 5 of these. And those are so nice for in my purse as a low carb. I'm hungry and I need something. There's a box of these fruit strips and there's 8 in those. And I know these are a pretty clean ingredient. I don't think there's anything yet. There's just fruit in them. So those will go in the snack box, or I might end up doing those. I might put those. We have a bag. We don't get home from church until late, and we have a 35-minute drive to and from church. So after church, I take a bag with us that has snacky stuff in them. That's a light snack that holds them over until we get home. So I might put those in there. 3 bars of this Hue chocolate. There's an almond butter, crunchy mint, and a cashew butter, and those are mine. These are delicious. I've gotten these before. She let me get a couple of those. There's 5 or 6 of these that are going to go in that chocolate basket. Some Fig Newtons. There were, I don't know how many of those. I think like 4 of those. There were several of those granola bars. I think 3 of those and 3 of those. I don't remember, y'all. It's easier for me to just put one up on the counter than to try to shove everything up here. Thing of hot dog buns, and then half of a loaf of bread. I already used the other half of the loaf to make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the kids for lunch today. So that is round 1. I'm going to put this stuff away, and then I'll be back with round 2. So hang on just a minute. I guess I should have tried a little harder to just shove everything on, because this is all that there is. She said their distribution center that they get from had an entire pallet of batteries. I would assume probably just because they're not name brand batteries. I don't know, but she let me take an entire bag. I was super excited about that because I've got some kids with the remote control cars that I know will be very happy about having some batteries to put in them. There are a few of these unsweetened black tea. My husband will drink those. There are a few of these that are mango dragon fruit, and they are an energy drink. So my husband will be partaking of that, and he loves mango, so that's fine. Whoops. Let's not open that one anytime soon. A 0 sugar Snapple tea in peach, which is his favorite. There's some organic grape juice for my kids. This is for me. I'm interested to try it and see how appley it is. It is sparkling water apple juice. And it is just carbonated water, apple juice, and then some like citric acid, that kind of thing. So yum. And it's even made with organic apple. And then a mineral water. I think that's mineral water. I don't remember. It's sparkling water. That's all I care about. I love sparkling water. I don't drink soda. I don't drink like diet sodas, those kind of things. So that's my diet soda. Another of the off-brand Nutella, the organic fancy Nutella. Peanut butter, which is always loved. This was cool. It is plant-based natural food colorings. So if you try to avoid food colorings, especially if you look into, like, if you have a kid with ADHD, autism, anything like that, look into why food colorings are not a great idea. So there, if you want to screenshot the information, it's pomegranate, vegetables, blackberries. It's all like natural ingredients. So I'm excited to try those. But at that price, woof. A can of fruit cocktail. They also had canned vegetables. We get from the county food pantry, we get enough canned vegetables to suffice us because we are just not big canned vegetable eaters. I kind of set them back for emergency purposes. So I always pass on the canned vegetables here. This looked delicious. Garlic and herb olive oil. I can definitely see using that in some cold applications, like not cooking with it. I don't know why my camera is not focusing very well today. Some Kind breakfast bars. Those look delicious. No sugar added, and it's that Hue brand again of chocolate chips. So I'm excited about those. A whole box of the baby squeezy pouches, and she let me make like a little mix and match variety. My 3-year-old adores those. She's actually eating one right now. And then there is this Rubios. I think that's Rooibos. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Rooibos is how it's pronounced. Herbal tea. Yum. And then this stuff looked interesting. Toasted super seeds, and it's maple cinnamon crunch. And it says to top on your smoothies, breakfast bowls, yogurt, and more. So we're going to open that up and try that. I bet it's something that my kids will enjoy as just something different to put on top of. My kids love yogurt, but I could also see maybe like on top of oatmeal or something like that. I don't know. We'll try it and see. So that is everything. A huge blessing once again. Never fails. We always end up with something, like one thing in particular that I'm just like stupendously excited about, or multiple things. I know my kids will be very excited about all of that popcorn. I am happy to get the 2 things of meat. I love the fact that she loved on me and let me have both of them. So, yeah. And like I said, this is not our entire diet, thankfully. But this fills in for our groceries on, I don't buy potato chips anymore. I don't have to buy snacky foods. I don't have to buy like granola bars and those kind of things, or I don't have to make them from scratch because we get them. So it is huge for us just on giving us a lot of things that we wouldn't ever even buy, because I would never buy like these brands of stuff. They're too expensive. We get to try new things and yeah. Anyway, all right, my brain is dying. I need to eat because it's 2 o'clock and I haven't had lunch yet. So thank you so much for watching this. If you need help, there is a link in the show notes of this video on how to find a food pantry near you. Please seek it out. They want to love on you. They want to help you. Going to the food pantries helps them know that the help is needed, and they get more help that way. So don't be afraid to go, even if your food pantry is meh. If it even helps a little bit, and then that gives them that idea of, hey, we need more support, and maybe they'll go out and get more funding, that kind of thing. So, all right. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, and God bless.